This is IBM Museum. I'll get set up correctly, and so this sunlight coming through the window won't be an issue for this video. Just bear with me. I'll be right back. I'm going to be talking about another book here, although this one does not have an ISBN. This is from IBM, and when I see these things around, they certainly get snatched up pretty quickly. This is from February of 1996, and as you can read, it is the IBM PC and PS2. Got the two kind of wore out there. Pocket Reference Manual. And as it mentions down here, it does have for personal computer, personal system 2, value point, and mobile systems support. So that includes some of the ThinkPad products. And of course, I'm going through and reading upside down. It does have some form numbers there. That may even be more discernible on camera than what I can read off upside down here. And I'll try and keep up with the kind of the pages as I leaf through. Just to kind of show, this is a wire-bound booklet, half-inch thick or so. But this is just chock full of information. If you go through and any service or looking for any part, you want to go through and have one of these copies. I'm not sure if there's probably an electronic version exists. We may get a comment coming in on the video to tell us that fact, but we looking through, it has the ability to where you can decode the PS2 submodels, and that's the later PS2s. The initial release of PS2s did not have any sort of this encoding, even for a version of that model made later on. Like the 25SX or something like that. It's was made later, but since it's Model 25, the decoding is not that way. And as you may be able to see from the text, I don't know how easy that is to. I'm looking on my screen, and that's not really necessarily really readable. I don't know what I can do to other than maybe just describe it as well. But that's going through and just all the different encoding that you have for the CPUs. Here's your value point, the 6300 series, the 6400 series. Tells the hard drive size, if it's a special order bit or regular model. In some cases, that goes through to installed operating systems, things like that. This is what I even need for some of the. Here's your PC family machines, like the PC 300, PC 350 stuff. Diskette drives, and I probably need to combine that with some of the video that doing that eventual aspect of the internal diskette drives on PS2s, like I promised back probably a month ago or so. Move forward with that. Some of the I know some of this information is online for the Sims, and it gives like the PD decoding that presence detect that we've talked about on the different pins and stuff like that. But it's just, having this manual, you kind of quickly leaf through it. Talks about the here's the SCSI hard drives. Before it was the IDE hard drives. Here's for putting settings, jumper settings on IBM hard drives. And I might have to go through and even I don't know if I can make this just a little bit more. Let me move around some windows here and see if I can just bring up a little bit on the size on this. Get about the size of my and that still doesn't really even help that much. It's just that webcam. I may have to do this. More under my my camera for all that. But you know, it's just all this wealth of information here. I don't expect people to retain or to be able to go through and scroll through just all the listings of the value point systems of what certain models came with. So just, fabulous information here. The PS2 microchannel, non-IML. Going through some of those earlier models. PS2 microchannel IML systems. Portable computer descriptions. And more portable computer descriptions. Identifying adapters. Going through and it lists some of the adapters and what they do. Memory adapters, display adapters, communication adapters, hard disk and diskette controllers, miscellaneous adapters. I'm just trying to provide a little bit of overview. They list some of the more common ADFs for the different IBM microchannel adapters. They have switch settings for the PC, XT stuff on the AT and XT286 for your earlier systems. They'll even have diagrams. Here's your error codes. I know that those are really handy a lot of the time too, just knowing them. We had one that popped up on the Facebook group the other day, a post about it, of what it meant, and you look through, and it was actually a 5-digit code. I think it was like a 60100, something to that effect. But you're able to look up codes, the 1700 for the hard drive that we were getting with the error that we gained for the hard drive on this small 50 that's below this. Hard disk I/O error. Cables. I can't read enough upside down. Try. DAG format. So they're recommending for that error that you do that Control A for that particular error code that we were saving, the 1790 error code. So, having this, I don't keep this in my pocket. I don't have a big enough pocket for it, but having this around, and I located this book after not having access to it for quite some time. And, it's just, it's going to be indispensable now that I'm working with the stuff again to option to FRU, cross-reference. Just, I want to get up to the point of, and again, not too long a video, but the ThinkPad 710T. That's one of those, what they call the tablet. The T was for tablet. And of course, a lot thicker than the tablets now. but that was IBM's tablet back in the day. And just all the parts, the FRU listings for the parts. There's some more ThinkPads. I think it starts with ThinkPad stuff. And it just goes by model number. It has the breakdown diagrams and shows the parts and all that. Going through ThinkPads. We're now up to the 3511 SCSI enclosure, or the 3510, the little box that has the, you can have a SCSI CD-ROM or a hard drive in there. Have a few of those around. External tape drive. There's your docking station. Some of your ThinkPad stuff. This is just going through it numerically. The 6050 Power PC. I think there was a question on that the other day too on the Facebook group. So this might be handy, and with the ability to scan, if this doesn't exist in electronic format already, it's going to be good to get that into the format. These 2 pages like this would be less than a letter-sized sheet of paper, and could do it in PDF and just go through. Take a little bit of time, but I'll probably have those capabilities soon. So there's some of your value point stuff, showing the SIM alignment and everything else. Whether it's type 1 or type 2 boards. Type 2 for your value points. And that's often known by how the SIM sockets are aligned, or if they're parallel or to the riser connection. There's some more stuff about hard drives. Jumper settings. Into the PC 300, PC 700 stuff. PC 360, which is a tower, it looks like. So just all sorts of goodies. I mean, the PS2 stuff is here. Getting into the back. Here's your Model 25 stuff, power connection pinouts of what voltages are on whatever lines. Get out your voltmeter to test that. It covers the 85, 25, 25 286, 25 386, which is the 25SX. Those models, all the different little parts. There's your Model 30, original Model 30. Model 3286, again, voltages on whatever connections. Model 35, Model 40, the L40SX, parts and pieces. I could even learn the different FRUs on some of these covers and everything. I don't know if it'd really help me. Be nice if there's still, warehouses that had those items stocked or whatever. Here's your Model 50, your PSU pinout connections. For documenting how those connections. And I think online on pages we probably have listings for that stuff too, or capturing some of these images. There's your CL57 color laptop. That's a nice little system as well. 85 55SX. '85 56 LS. Those LS is land station. 8557 parts reference. We went over the Model 56, Model 57 parts. There's your Model 60, the tower case. Showing that. All kinds of, pinouts for that strange connector again. That's online now, thanks to the community, but just that wealth of information. The P70 and P75, those portable orange plasma screens. And the ITBU, it's a tape streaming backup. 8590, even showing how the memory has to be laid out, what memory modules can go in there. Your 8595 and 9595 systems. So your Model 95 and the pinouts. So and they're even getting up into the Server 320. I got one of those big things on the back. One of my units. The big old 8640 case. Oh, that'd be the PC Server 320. All different planar styles that are on that. Different FRUs for all those different planers that can be in there. There's your Server 520 when those planers are in a bigger case. So there's the that documentation, and then I don't know if we're up to. No, these are just the planers for the 320s and the 520s. It probably has the 7. Yeah, this is where the 720 planer is that I showed on video. So, yeah. If you ever have a chance, and these don't float around eBay like I don't remember seeing them much anymore. And the sellers might even realize the value that these things can sell for. But there's some of your 9500 series, like the 9576. But yeah, if you have a chance to pick up one of these books, it's a very worthwhile investment to show quite a bit of the range that I cover with the stuff I collect as well. And so, just it's a good purchase here if you can find them. So just something well worth looking for. If you like this content, I'll probably go through and review it. I don't know if I'm necessarily happy with it. It maybe is good exposure. I maybe wish I had the higher resolution camera that I'd gone with to go over it, but I can go through and I'll scan this manual. I can likely do that fairly quickly within the next couple weeks to get an electronic copy up if we don't otherwise have it online, and just show people what a benefit that is. I know that the text and everything else is pretty hard to see going through, and so it's. But I'll go through and I'll likely put this up in video form. If you go through and you like the content, coming up with the second video of the day, by all means go ahead and click on that like button. Please subscribe to my channel. But that's all I have for now. This is IBM Museum. Thank you.